So Zukana Action Zambia is a new community enterprise that was founded in 2022 with two twin ambitions. One is to radically remove waste from the local environment. So we just started with garden, but now we can remove from over 57 communities around Lusaka. And second is to create sustainable jobs for marginalized communities. This could be women, especially women and youths, and those that would have limited, education opportunities, hence challenges to get jobs. In 2 years, we employed 11 full-time workers and 86 part-time suppliers that supply to us every day. And in 2 years, we've removed approximately 400,000 kgs of plastic. Most of the people that supply to us, our daily suppliers, the majority of them is old age, women and men. Yeah. So you see, the inspiration behind Zukani actually is, whenever it rains, then there's a lot of problems that come with the rains, diseases and stuff. But if you look at where that starts from, is we don't have a very strong solid waste collection system at the moment. So waste has been attached with a charge. So when you accumulate waste, for that waste to be disposed, you have to pay for it. So this is why we exist, yeah? So we have to pay for it. And where we come from, like paying for waste becomes a little bit more, so people may not afford. So they just throw that in the streets. And when it rains, all that goes in the drains and block all the drains, then that stagnant water becomes a bleeding spot for mosquitoes, and there's malaria, there's cholera, there's typhoid. So we thought of coming up with this initiative where we start buying waste, so you don't have to pay for waste. We buy it from you. So the idea was, if we can be buying waste and clean the environment. Because we're a team of artists as well. We are artists as activists. So yes, we buy plastic from the environment, but also we've been prototyping on what else can we do with plastic instead of just reselling it. So we've gotten to a spot of innovation where now we can make things like chopping boards, bowls or plates, anything flat and easy to make out of plastic materials. So it's not just reselling the material, but it's also making an end product, adding value to it. This is where our main storage is. So all the different materials are put in here, and the team of experts now put them in different types of plastics. The team of experts in here now, they put in all these different bags, which we then resell, but also the materials that are also extracted from here, especially leads. Now we make other products like chopping boards and bowls and plates. Yeah, that's what happens in here. Looking at the number of people that have taken this as secular economy as their full-time jobs, the majority of young people, youths mostly, in communities that were labeled as junkies or thieves or things like that, now they invest a lot of their time looking for plastic waste and come to sell. Then they don't have to stand in streets and attack people. So the impact would be testimonies that people are giving out. So the number of junkies has, not that it's reduced or is stopped, it has a little bit reduced. The majority of them, they come to supply to us. The majority of people that just depended on alcohol all day, now they have something to do. So the impact is from what we see from the people and what people are saying. Behavioral change and also people's perception towards waste. Now waste is waste. They have to clear it. Yeah, so where we see Zukani in the next 5 years is we would have expanded to 50 communities, would have moved from 400,000 kgs in 2 years to 1 million kgs, I think. Yeah, and would have employed more than 100 full-time workers.
I'm a fabricator. I do fabrication. Fabricating, I'd say fabricating is a piece of art where you use metals, you join metals together. So I fabricate as a way to create employment for myself and not to wait upon the government. And I'm it is just something that I love. So if you do something that you love, you'll be consistent to it. You can even do it for free because you love it. Looking at the community where we come from, here and plant settlement, I feel we have mostly have challenges to do with security, and also when it is rain season we have issues to do with floods. Hence, we create tools that can, out of scrap, that can help maybe dig, maybe a hoe, an axe, different kind of things. Wheelbarrows, those big tires that help the community, maybe carrying garbages so that they shouldn't be throwing them in drainages. We encourage people to say, okay, let's just create whatever tools that we can create and to help us just clean up the drainages and stuff. So it pays back to the community. When it comes to security that I mentioned, we create burglar bars, doors, even sometimes we even do voluntary work. You just go to maybe police cells, they call you and say they are broken. Help us maintain them. You maintain. When there are outbreaks to do with cholera, we create those hand washing facilities and just donate sometimes to markets so that we can fight the outbreak together. What inspires us is where we come from. We come from poor backgrounds, so we want to change the shape of where we come from. So that inspires us to even work hard, extra hard. I want to change the face of my community and the mindset of young people in my community. Because mostly, I also conduct trainings here where we train young people in my community. Instead of them abusing drugs, I'll tell them to say, let's come, let me train you maybe for a week, 2 weeks. So that encourages me to say, if I've trained people, they are not going to be the same tomorrow. So I want to bring change to my community. That inspires me a lot. My partner's name is Deborah. We started this together. I enjoy working with her because a lot of girls refuse such opportunities to say, but they will refuse.
My partner is Andrea Mwanza, known as Make Sure. And I've been working with him for 1 year, 6 months. We've been friends for a very long time, and knowing that he has been doing metal fabrication and I just earned a skill from that. Since he was more into it, then that was how he approached me like, can we continue doing this together? Like, can we make something together to achieve a certain goal? Then I was into it, like since I was interested. That was how I found myself with him. The people around me inspires me to do metal fabrication and to create what I create. There was a lot of cholera outbreak due to bad surroundings, where people were just keeping garbages wherever, they were throwing them anyhow in drainages were even being blocked. So how they inspired me is if I'm able to come up with a lake that they can use to remove those garbages from their homes and maybe putting it somewhere where if those things get dry, they can burn them. If I am able to do what I do, I'm inspiring someone. Like if that girl can do it, then they can also do it. They can also learn something to come up with how they're going to be earning an income. My experience as a woman in this industry, I can say it's good, again it's bad. It's good in a way where those men that are reactant, depending on their guardians to provide for them, if I thought they can see me working for a job that they consider to be a man's job, then I'm doing it. Then I feel it's so inspirational to them. Then in a bad way, be like, we know we have those African parents who can say, why is a girl doing that thing? Like, there are people who comment bad, like, why are you doing that when you're supposed to be in the kitchen doing this? Yeah, those are the negative things that I experienced, but all in all, I know my goal and I know what I want. My goal, being a successful lady, like if I can have a very big workshop for metal fabrication, I can inspire a lot of generations coming. Like that you know that thing has been created by a woman. A woman made that thing.
The message I would share is just to use what they have to get what they want. So it's just to create, to be innovative enough to create your own opportunity.
I would say don't give up on what you have. Don't let other people bring you down, and do what you want to do. If you have an opportunity to learn, go for it. If you want to achieve something, do that. If I can challenge a man, my spirit tells me like you're doing something productive, like people will be seeing something in you, they'll even get inspired. I just feel nice challenging men.
I think we need to get to a spot where we belonged to the world, not just like acting to belong to it, because I think if we took care of this earth, then we are safe, because it's the only home that we have. So I think people have to be more conscious and more careful and less carefree, and preserve the world.